Hello again, my fellow astrology enthusiast. It's time to talk about the moon, that big bright beacon in our night sky. This January, we're in for a treat, a full wolf moon in Cancer. Imagine a crisp, clear night, the air filled with the silence of falling snow. And there, above it all, a moon so full and bright, it takes your breath away. This is the wolf moon, named for the time of year when the wolves are at their most vocal, howling their hearts out under the winter sky. This wolf moon falls in the sign of Cancer, known for its nurturing, emotional nature. So grab a cup of hot cocoa, get comfy, and let's dive into the magic of the full wolf moon in Cancer together. The full wolf moon in Cancer on January 13th, 2025, is more than just a celestial event. It's a cosmic invitation. This lunar phase, drenched in the nurturing essence of Cancer, offers a potent opportunity for introspection and emotional healing. Just as wolves rely on their pack for survival, this lunar cycle reminds us of the importance of connection and belonging. Get ready to embrace the intuitive whispers of the wolf moon in Cancer and embark on a journey of emotional growth and self-discovery. Echoes of winter, unveiling the history of the wolf moon. The wolf moon, eh? It conjures images of frosty nights, snow-laden forests, and the haunting howls of wolves echoing through the trees. This name, you see, it's steeped in history, passed down through generations, a reminder of our ancestors' deep connection with the natural world. Long before we had calendars and clocks, folks lived and breathed by the rhythm of the seasons, guided by the cycles of the moon. It was during these frigid nights when the world was cloaked in darkness that the wolves made themselves known. They'd gather under the full moon, their howls a symphony of hunger and longing, a stark reminder of the wildness that surrounded our ancestors. It just goes to show, this connection to the natural world, it's something we all share no matter where we come from. The language of the wild symbolism and spiritual connections. Right, so we've talked about where the name wolf moon comes from. But what does it actually mean, huh? What's the deeper significance behind this celestial event? Wolves, you see, are fiercely loyal creatures. Family is everything to them, their pack, their whole world. They work together, protect each other, and rely on each other for survival. The wolf moon reminds us that we're not meant to go through life alone. We need our own pack, our own tribe to support us, to challenge us, to help us grow. Wolves are also incredibly intuitive creatures, trusting their instincts to navigate the world around them. The wolf moon encourages us to tap into our own inner wisdom, to listen to that little voice inside that guides us towards our true path. The howling within, tapping into instinctive wisdom. Now, when we talk about intuition and inner wisdom, it's not about some mystical mumbo-jumbo, no siree. It's about being present in our own lives, about paying attention to the subtle cues and messages that the universe is always sending our way. Think of it like this. Our intuition, it's like a muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it gets. So how do we actually tap into this instinctive wisdom, you ask? Well, it starts with stillness, with creating space in our busy lives to simply be. Meditation, journaling, spending time in nature, these are all great ways to connect with your inner world. A time for the pack-strengthening bonds under the wolf moon. Right, so we've talked about the wolf's connection to instinct and intuition. But there's another aspect we can't ignore. The importance of the pack. Wolves, they're social creatures, thriving on connection and community. They rely on each other for support, for protection, for survival. We humans, we're wired for connection. We crave belonging, a sense of community. That's why the wolf moon is such a potent time to strengthen the bonds with the people who matter most to us. It's about creating a sense of belonging, of knowing that you're not alone in this crazy journey we call life. The crab and the moon, a celestial symbiosis. Now, we can't talk about the wolf moon in Cancer without delving into the special relationship between Cancer and the moon itself, can we? Cancer, that watery, emotional sign, it's ruled by the moon. They're intrinsically linked, two sides of the same celestial coin. Just like the moon controls the tides, pulling and pushing the ocean's ebb and flow, so too does it influence the emotional tides within us, Cancer-ruled folk. And when the moon is full, like it will be for this wolf moon, well, let's just say those emotions are amplified, intensified. Right then, let's dive a bit deeper into this whole emotional depth thing, shall we? Now, Cancerians were often described as being sensitive, empathetic, even a bit moody at times. But it's not always easy, feeling everything so intensely. It's like we're carrying around this massive heart, always open, always ready to absorb the joys and sorrows of the world. But here's the thing. Our emotions, they're not something to be feared or suppressed. They're a source of strength, a compass guiding us towards our true north. The key, as with most things in life, is balance. Learning to ride those emotional waves without getting swept away. Speaking of feeling safe and supported, we can't forget about Cancer's association with home and family, can we? Now, I'm not just talking about bricks and mortar here. Home for a Cancerian, it's a feeling, a state of being. It's wherever we feel most comfortable, most ourselves, surrounded by the people and pets who make us feel loved and accepted. It's about creating a sanctuary, a safe haven from the storms of life. A place where we can recharge our batteries, nourish our souls, and simply be. Now, let's not forget about that other Cancerian strength, intuition. Remember how we talked about wolves being intuitive creatures? Well, that goes double for us Cancer folk, especially under the influence of a full moon. Our intuition, it's like a sixth sense, guiding us towards the right path, whispering truths we might otherwise ignore. And during this wolf moon in Cancer, those intuitive whispers, they're going to be amplified, crystal clear. The key is to pay attention, to trust those instincts, even if they don't make logical sense. The important thing is to experiment, to find what works for you and to create space in your life for those intuitive whispers to come through. The celestial dance understanding astrological influences. Now, for those of you who like to delve a bit deeper, let's have a chinwag about the astrological context of this full wolf moon in Cancer. You see, it's not just the moon and the sun having a bit of a do up there. Oh no, the whole celestial cast is involved, each planet playing its part in this cosmic drama. Think of it like a grand dance, with the planets swirling and twirling around each other, their energies intermingling and influencing everything down here on Earth. And during this particular full moon, well, there are a few key players we need to keep an eye on. The sun and moon, converse balancing responsibilities and emotions. Right, so we've got the sun in Capricorn and the moon in Cancer, facing each other off across the celestial dance floor. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this creates a bit of a tug-of-war, a balancing act between our heads and our hearts. Capricorn, you see, it's all about discipline, ambition, getting things done. So the trick during this full wolf moon is to find that sweet spot, that balance between our Capricorn responsibilities and our Cancerian need for self-care. Neptune's embrace, heightened sensitivity and spiritual insights. Now let's talk about Neptune, that dreamy, ethereal planet that's currently gracing the sign of Pisces. Now Neptune, it's all about intuition, spirituality, and the subconscious mind. It's the planet of dreams, illusions, and artistic inspiration. And when Neptune's energy is strong, like it is during this full moon, well, it can feel like we're walking through a bit of a fog. Our boundaries might feel more fluid, our emotions more intense, our imaginations running wild. But don't worry, this isn't necessarily a bad thing. In fact, Neptune's influence can be incredibly healing and insightful. It's a time when we can connect more deeply with our intuition, tap into our creativity, and access spiritual truths that might have been hidden from view. So, if you're feeling a bit more sensitive than usual during this full moon, don't be afraid to embrace it. Make time for meditation, journaling, or any other spiritual practice that helps you connect with your inner world. You might be surprised at what you discover. Uranus, the planet of change, rebellion, and unexpected disruptions, is in Taurus, a sign valuing stability. This full wolf moon might bring sudden shifts in values and relationships. Embrace the change. It's essential for growth. Uranus helps us see new perspectives and align with our authentic selves. Trust the universe. Right, now that we've talked about the astrological weather, let's get practical, shall we? How can we actually work with the energy of this full wolf moon in Cancer? Well, one of the most powerful things you can do is to have a good old-fashioned moon bath. Now don't worry, you don't need a silver tub or anything fancy like that. A simple soak in the tub will do just fine. The important thing is to set the intention to cleanse your emotional body, to release any negativity or stress that's been weighing you down. Run yourself a warm bath, light some candles, maybe put on some soothing music. And then, as you add your bath salts or essential oils, think about all the things you want to let go of. Maybe it's that argument you had with a family member, or that stressful day at work. Whatever it is, imagine it dissolving into the water, being carried away with the next full moon. Now, if you really want to enhance the experience, you can add some special ingredients to your bath. Epsom salts are great for relaxing muscles and drawing out toxins. Lavender essential oil is known for its calming and soothing properties. Remember how we talked about Cancer being all about home and family? Well, this full moon is the perfect time to give your home a bit of lunar love. Now, I'm not talking about a deep clean, though there's nothing wrong with that if you're feeling inspired. I'm talking about an energetic cleanse, a way to infuse your living space with the nurturing and protective energy of the wolf moon in Cancer. Start by opening the windows, even if it's just for a few minutes, to let some fresh air circulate. Then, light a white candle, which represents purity and new beginnings. As you light the candle, set the intention to create a peaceful, loving, and supportive atmosphere in your home. Now, walk around your home, moving clockwise from the front door. Hold the candle in your hand and let its light touch every corner, every nook and cranny. As you do this, visualize the candle light filling your home with warmth, love, and positive energy. You can also use this time to say a prayer or affirmation, something like, "May this home be a sanctuary of peace and love," or "I invite harmony and abundance into this space." Dear Diary, journaling under the wolf moon's gaze. Now, if you're anything like me, you'll know that sometimes the best way to process your emotions is to write them down. And the wolf moon in Cancer, well, it's like a cosmic invitation to get those feelings out of your head and onto paper. So, grab your favorite notebook and pen, find a quiet spot, and let the words flow. Don't worry about grammar or spelling or whether it makes sense to anyone but you. Just write whatever comes to mind. It could be a list of things you're grateful for, a rant about something that's been bothering you, or even just a stream of random thoughts and feelings. Now, if you're stuck for a starting point, try using these journal prompts. What emotions am I feeling most strongly right now? What do I need to nurture in my life? How can I create a stronger sense of home and belonging? What intuitive whispers am I hearing? Remember, the act of writing itself is what's important here. It's about creating space for your emotions to breathe, to be acknowledged and honored. Crystal companions, harnessing lunar energy for emotional healing. This full moon is perfect for working with crystals that enhance intuition and promote emotional healing. Moonstone balances emotions and promotes peace. Rose quartz opens the heart chakra for self-love and compassion. Selenite clears negative energy and promotes calm. Now, we've talked a lot about the practical aspects of this full wolf moon in Cancer, but let's not forget about the deeper spiritual meaning behind it all. It's about connecting with something bigger than ourselves, tapping into the ancient wisdom that flows through us all. Think about wolves for a moment. They're not solitary creatures, are they? They live in packs, relying on each other for survival, for support, for companionship. And just like wolves, we humans are social animals. We crave connection, belonging, a sense of community. This full wolf moon in Cancer, it's a reminder that we're not meant to go through life alone. It's a time to reach out to our loved ones, to strengthen the bonds that tie us together, to nurture the relationships that bring us joy and support. But it goes beyond our immediate circle, you see. This moon is also about connecting with our soul tribe, those kindred spirits who resonate with our deepest values and aspirations. It's about finding our place in the grand tapestry of life, recognizing that we're all interconnected, all part of something much greater than ourselves, a collective force to be reckoned with. Now, Cancer, as we know, is a water sign. And water, well, it's all about emotions, isn't it? It's fluid, ever-changing, capable of both immense power and gentle healing. And during this full wolf moon, those emotional waters, they might feel a bit choppy, a bit turbulent. Old wounds might resurface, past hurts might come back to haunt us. But you see, that's all part of the healing process, isn't it? Just like a river needs to flow freely to stay healthy, so too do our emotions need to be acknowledged, processed, and released. This full moon is a time for gentle self-compassion, for allowing ourselves to feel whatever arises without judgment or resistance. It's a time to forgive ourselves and others, to release the past with love and acceptance. Think of this moon as a cosmic washing machine, gently cleansing your emotional body, leaving you feeling refreshed, renewed, and ready to move forward with a lighter heart. Now, the wolf, it's not just a symbol of social connection and emotional depth. It's also a powerful representation of our own wild nature, that primal instinct that resides within us all. You see, somewhere along the line, many of us have lost touch with that wildness. We've been conditioned to conform, to suppress our instincts, to fit in with societal expectations. But this full wolf moon in Cancer, it's a call to reclaim that lost part of ourselves, to embrace our authentic nature in all its messy, untamed glory. It's about listening to our intuition, trusting our gut feelings, and having the courage to walk our own path, even if it looks different from everyone else's. It's about honoring our unique gifts and talents, expressing ourselves freely, and living a life that feels true to who we really are. Don't be afraid to let your inner wolf howl, my friends. Embrace your wildness, your strength, your untamed spirit. The world needs your authentic self now more than ever. Well, folks, there you have it. The full wolf moon in Cancer. A time of emotional depth and heartfelt connections. Embrace your wild side and remember the importance of community. Let the moon guide and support you. Step outside, feel the night air, and gaze at the moon. Let her light fill you with peace and wonder. Remember, you're never alone. We're all in this together, guided by the celestial dance above. What are your plans for this full wolf moon? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell. Until next time, take care and keep looking up.